Today I'm going to introduce you to a word that you may have little or no knowledge of. And that word conjures up or communicates various thoughts and images. That word is penitentiary. I can see that it kind of sends up a danger flag, okay? But let me just state that within the walls of those prisons, what most of the nation refers to as the dredges of society, there are millions of souls that are locked up behind there. My name is Phillip Grimes, and I am a volunteer chaplain at the Gainesville State School for Youth. I have been recognized by that facility and at the state level as well for my service. I've been in 6 additional juvenile facilities and 2 adult facilities as well. My purpose of speaking to you today is to inform you how you as an individual or we as a group can have an effect on the lives of many. The lives of the inmates, the lives of the families of the inmates, the staff, and the victims as well. I'm going to now highlight my main points. The first point is the reason for the growth in the penal system. The second is the cost that's associated with it. Third, the effects that it has on the family. And finally, fourth, how can we help? The main reason for the growth, as Jim Romo, who wrote a book entitled Second Chances for Life, he said that one of the reasons for the surge in the growth was that we had a tough on crime attitude. Out in California, they enacted a law called 3 Strikes Law, which required that if you've been convicted the 3rd time for any crime, you could receive a life sentence. The New York Times also stated in 2009 that another reason was that the war on drugs. It had a mandated sentence. Because of that mandated sentence, we had an upsurge in the prison population. The effects of that was the overcrowding and the growth caused a local financial burden on our state and local governments. We had to have new prisons built. We had to house inmates in temporary facilities as well. Peter Sylvan, in a prison study for the United States, he said that the average cost of housing a prison in 2006 was $23,876. Now, what are the effects to the family? Well, for instance, to give you an example of one of the effects that it has on the family is that a 5-minute phone call from a jail or a prison facility goes out as long distance and collect. It costs an average of $8.50 for that one 5-minute phone call. That goes directly to the family. And as we most likely know, those people that are outside that have people locked up have a financial burden already. Also, if the inmate is housed some distance away from the family, if the family wants to go and visit, then they may have a cost of transportation, a hotel stay, and food cost. What about the effects on the victims? Well, it's hard to measure that cost because it's a social, not a social, but a psychological effect. So it's hard to measure that cost. But they are affected. My last point is how can we help? Well, we can help by establishing a prison ministry or joining an established prison ministry. We can do this through also outreach within the outside walls. We can help the families find local resources if they're in need. Another way in helping is teach them how to write a resume. Maybe help them to know how to balance a budget. Or maybe provide transportation just for them to go find a job. Those are some of the things that we can do. In summary, I have stated the reasons why for the growth, the cost associated with the growth, and how we can help. The church can get involved. Can we cure it? No. Can we help? Absolutely. Donald Samarto wrote a book, Keeping Ex-Offenders Free. He stated, and I must agree with him, that human beings need attention and affection. In closing, I would just encourage you to check those things out. I'll make myself available at the end for questions, and I thank you for being here.
Very good. That was interesting.